So Jay, you're a collector.
Yes, sir.
And so you've got all this memorabilia from not only where you live, Stratton, Eustis area, but from Sugarloaf too. You were telling me and you brought in this wonderful Al Corey's orchestra. I don't know if I can hold this up. Here we go. Swing at Sugarloaf, Al Corey's, and they were charging $1.25 to get in. Imagine that. Can't even get gum for that now. What year do you think this was?
I think in the middle 50s, middle to late 50s.
Yeah. So what's the more of the postcards and the memorabilia? What's the most fascinating that just took you by surprise when you saw that picture?
Probably the village of Flagstaff and Dead River, because I'd never seen it as a kid, and it had gone before I was here. I was born in '53, so to see the village and how much alive it was, and to know it's not even there today was pretty fascinating.
Right, and there's something you were talking about, a round barn.
Yes.
Now, where's the round barn?
The round barn was in Dead River.
It was in Dead River.
Charles Rand built it on his farm. He had a sawmill there, and he built it for some reason a round barn.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, that is it.
Isn't that amazing? Now, you see those in Europe, but I've never seen one here.
That was still there after they flooded out.
It was
for a few years until it was burned accidentally, I guess.
So it wasn't underwater?
No.
No, it survived. Yeah.
Right now, there's a round barn campsite there where it used to be.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And your home is just under where you grew up is just underwater. I mean, if we went out with a snorkel and fins, we could get out and get one of your china.
I don't think so.
You think it's all gone?
Oh, the house was moved.
Sure, but the foundation should be there.
Foundation is probably still there under the
Did you
water.
did you go down as a kid and look over and say, "This is where we used to live"?
Sure.
Yeah, I bet.
It's sad for me because I can't take my children back there and show them where I grew up, the house I lived in, or anything like that.
Right. So, Jay, you're fortunate enough to have these pictures, though. That's great that he saved these. Right. So, how many postcards do you think you got?
Probably 400 or 500.
Right.
Yeah.
And you buy them at these flea markets and online?
I buy them, unbelievably, I buy them all over the U.S. I mean, I bought them online from Florida, from Arizona, from California, but I bought a lot of them at postcard shows down in the Portland area.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's amazing that whole area was a vibrant spot and
Oh, it was.
And it just gone. I mean, do you remember much of the political talk when it was going on about if Dad's sitting around going, this shouldn't be happening or this should be happening?
No, I don't remember that, but I know they didn't really want it to happen.
Well, I wouldn't think. Who would want their home to go?
No.
Yeah, I mean, you make your living there, you're doing it, your blood, sweat, and tears, and now it's underwater? Yeah, it's got to be a strange. And you told me that you worked up here in the ski patrol, Jay?
Yeah, years ago in the late 60s, early 70s, junior volunteer ski patrol. Worked for Stub Taylor, and the crew had a great time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was a great time. We had a lot of fun.
Shush Cafe.
Shush Cafe with Margaret and Leo Scribner.
Oh, those cinnamon buns.
Those cinnamon buns and hot chocolate. I mean, I'll tell you, I had my share of them.
Yeah. Well, I did too. You look at me. I mean, I didn't get here till the early 60s, but oh, man, I remember that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So you're living in Stratton now.
Yes.
What is the biggest change you've seen in the last 25? Well, let's go 30. You've been here how long?
I've been here 59 years.
59 years. In your 59 years, what do you see? It's been a roller coaster for Stratton.
The biggest change to see more of a recreational asset to the town coming than it used to be woods. It used to be all mostly woods workers and woods driven, and we've had a couple different mills. We still have a great lumber mill, and the biomass come in was probably one of the biggest changes I think I've seen in the area, to have that biomass come in and help our tax base out. And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Few jobs.
Yes.
Oh man, that was. I lived there in the mid '70s, and there was a struggle going on.
Yeah.
A real struggle for people to.
Yeah, that's about when some of the mills were closing down and people moving out and things were changing. Yeah.
So that's fascinating. And so you watch Sugarloaf grow.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Now, do you get much traffic from the Sugarloaf gang? You must get them coming from
Canada. Yeah.
Some.
Yeah.
You know, the people are missing out when they come. If they come from Southern Maine or Massachusetts, they turn up the access road, and it's easy to stay here. But there's some wonderful wonderful things going on.
Yes.
Now, is there a place around that if people got interested in in the Flagstaff and in Dead River and Flagstaff. There is a book out, isn't there?
Yes.
Yes.
There was a land.
Yeah. What's it called again?
There was a land.
There was a land.
Yeah.
And there's also the museum in Stratton. There's a Dead River Area Museum there, and that has a lot of pictures and information.
Now that's located right when you take the turn at 16.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
And that's usually open in the summertime on the weekends, most weekends.
On weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead River Historical Society is
Yes.
that this? There's a bateau out in front, isn't
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Is that an original bateau? Is
I
that one
believe
that gets saved?
I believe it is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe it is, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They have-
Fascinating.
Yeah.
They used to, I mean, those bateaus, they'd put, the cooks used to put all their stuff in and
Oh,
get
yeah.
carried. Yeah, yeah.
I have some old video clips, movie clips of some of those.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Some of the old log drives?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, man, fascinating stuff.
It
Fascinating
is.
stuff.
It is.
And you still feel the remorse that your family had when the lake came up? I mean, you still feel,
Oh, yes.
yeah, it must have been hard. It must have been hard. And everybody, and so, and you came to Eustis, but not in your
Yes.
house.
No.
No, your house got taken and sold or whatever. And that, they just shouldn't take it. I mean, they paid you a little bit for it, didn't they?
Well, not a lot.
Not a lot. No, not what it's worth.
No.
Not what it's worth. Well, we're gonna have to close up here. I mean, we could stay here for another 2 hours if they'd let us, because it's fascinating stuff. Just fascinating. And you're so great to keep that history alive, because without it, we just wouldn't know. We
That's
wouldn't
right.
know. We wouldn't know that those two. But well, was Flagstaff a plantation? No, it was
Yeah.
a village. It was a plantation and
Village, but Dead River was a plantation
plantation.
as well.
Fascinating. Thanks everybody for stopping in and WSKI.